Alright, so computer's doing updates, so now is as good a time as any. This is the new shop space. That's dizzying. So I've spent the last couple weeks, I guess, working on building out the new shop space that mostly consisted of building benches. So we have the couple you may have already seen on Twitter over here. These are kind of half finished. I don't know exactly where everything's going yet, but that will, shift and change over time as I figure things out. Made a little hardwood storage rack there. It's actually currently being propped up by a car jack because I kind of underbuilt it, and it turns out oak is pretty heavy. I'll go back in and beef that up whenever I can be bothered taking all of that wood off it. Added more stuff. Now I have an electronics bench, which doesn't look much like an electronics bench yet because I've been using it to do everything on, and then I moved what was originally the island bench right in there that I did all the sanding and everything on, is now sort of the kind of machine shop bench over in this corner by itself. I need to clean this corner up. And then there's a lathe where it already was. I moved the lathe light over the electronics bench, so now the lathe has the lightsaber LED T8 strip mounted to it. I'll have to buy another one for experimenting with that. But yeah, and then I did some rolling carts. Not that they roll yet. They'll roll when I can be bothered going to Harbour Freight or wherever and getting some casters. But yeah, this is the basic first order retrievability tower. Here's another one for the machine tools. That's not exactly finished. I don't know precisely what I want to do with that. Oh look, computer finished updating. Yeah, I have the two cameras on there right now. About to start building the enclosure for the C920. What else was the third one? Oh, the third one was exactly what we started with. Was the computer tower. Literally just a stand for monitors and keyboard, and keep the dust out of the main thing there. I may need to add cooling, like active cooling, but there's a power strip in there so I can add a fan if I want to. Still need to build a cart for the dehumidifier because it's precariously perched, draining into a bucket. Can't really continue that way. That's there because, as you might be able to see from the floor, we get rain coming through here on a regular basis, so old houses, bad foundations. And then the compressor over there, wherever it is, there it is. And all the air hose over there needs to go on a cart that I can pull around for doing various things with, nailing over there and blowing stuff out on here and all that stuff. So yeah, shelves, all that stuff is gonna have to wait for round 2, where I take the kind of a mess and turn it into a nice clean working space. Find a space for all the materials, that kind of thing. We'll see how that goes. But the stuff like the paint card and downdraft table and things like that will be part of that second phase of stuff that I don't really need right now. So yeah, that's it. In terms of projects, over here on the machining table, or machine shop table, whatever, fabrication table, we have the beginnings of the Star Wars NN14 blaster build, stainless, solid round rod and thick wall stainless tubing, 3mm aluminum sheet. Got a little bit more to pick up for that, but that'll come soon. Electronics bench, once I've finished building the camera enclosure, will be the laser cutter or laser engraver, diode laser engraver bench that I start that project on. And then yeah, I don't know, there'll be some other projects, but they're the two I'm mostly thinking about right now. So yeah, I guess that's it. I thought I'd give you a little peek inside why I'd been kind of quiet for a couple weeks. I'm kind of working on a whole meta process kind of thought process, trying to figure out how I work, or trying to remember how I work based on the projects that I've done, and try and build a space that sort of reflects that and kind of gives me some space in the middle, because I don't have a shop big enough to have central island assembly tables as much as I might like it. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I've noticed a lot of people are doing shop work on the shop itself. Are you? I don't know, maybe it's a kind of pre-winter spring cleaning thing before we all get driven back inside our shops by the weather. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for me. Computer's back up, so I need to get working on this stuff.